Hi, Alberto. So another set of essays from you. Great job. Let's take a look and see what you wrote. The first one is about travel, domestic or international. Benefits, drawbacks, discuss the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so here's what you wrote. Nowadays, a considerable part of society has the life objective of traveling as much as possible. While some people defend that to travel only has points in favor, there is another group which also sees things against. The essay below gathers arguments and examples to provide an understanding of the advantages and disadvantages traveling has in order to encourage everybody to start visiting new places. Okay, the thesis is fine. I had a little trouble with this sentence. Let's look at it again. While some people defend that travel has only points in its favor, okay, here you do need a possessive. There is another group which also sees things against it. Okay, so I have to be honest with you also and tell you that I'm not a huge fan of this another group. You're really limiting it. So instead of another group, why don't we say there are others? Okay, so the sentence will read, while some people defend that travel has only points in its favor, there are others which also see things against it. Okay, and I think it's a clearer sentence. The rest of the paragraph is fine, so let's move on. On the one hand, the greater problem traveling has is that everybody wants to visit the same locations. I don't know what you mean here by greater, and I see that you highlighted it as well. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, what are you comparing it to? Like, when you use a comparative like that, there should be some sort of comparison implied. I haven't seen one here. So, you could say here the major problem. I think that would fit in nicely. So, the major problem traveling has is that everyone wants to visit the same locations. These areas or country sections tourists love visiting usually get overused and their real essences get damaged. Okay, I feel a little strange with essence in the plural. I understand why you did it. Okay, I have to be honest with you, a little awkward. So, and the real essence gets damaged. Sits a little better with me, but let's move on. As an example, Harvard University published a study last month which stated that 50% of the nature in Thailand's coast, not the, or you could have said the Thai coast, that would have worked, has been eliminated in order to construct beachside accommodations. Moreover, the local culture is also disappearing with increasing tourism. Not the, you can get rid of the here. Therefore, traveling also has drawbacks to be taken into account. Beautiful, really nice, I liked it. And the other thing I liked is that essentially you have mentioned two examples. Okay, so you talked about them getting overused and losing their essence. You gave this example about Thailand. Now, the one thing that I did want here is maybe a little extension of this. So when you say the local culture is also disappearing with increasing tourism, support it. Give me an example. So what kind of example would have worked here? You could have said that whereas there used to be shops and restaurants that were more focused on local culture in order now to satisfy the needs and desires of tourists. This element has ceased to exist and it is now being overrun by, say, for example, Western shops and restaurants that cater to Westerners. Okay, so that's the kind of support you would have wanted here. Otherwise, it's just a lovely main idea, but with no support. Let's move on. On the other hand, the pleasure traveling or visiting other countries provides is difficult to compare with any other. While traveling, you can learn how things work outside your town or village. You can visit unique monuments such as, don't forget the such here, such as the Louvre in Paris or the pyramids in Egypt, or you could even taste other countries' cuisines. ABC newspaper had a section related to the topic 2 weeks ago where it was stated that 80% of the Australian population is working, not is working, works. General, okay? Only to get money to go traveling. Or I wouldn't even say to go traveling, I would just say population works to get money to travel. Okay? When you can eliminate unnecessary words, definitely try to do so. Okay? So, as the experiences visiting other places provide, this is awkward, as the experience visiting other places provides is the citizen's goal, not this citizen's. Consequently, to travel has one of the existing, okay, awkward here. Consequently, let's try it one more time, sorry. Consequently, travel has one of the most important thing in its favor, which is that it makes people happy. That works. Okay. To summarize, traveling advantages clearly outweigh the disadvantages. I strongly believe that if governments worked to make it perfectly sustainable, nobody would repeat the term traveling drawbacks again. Okay, nice. I like this. I like that you talked about the advantages. I like that you did something important here. It says advantages and disadvantages, so you focused on more than one. That's good. That's important. It was nice. There were some areas, obviously, that had some problems, like this was undersupported. Then there was some awkward syntax, but on the whole, it was a nicely written essay. So let's take a look at your other task. Okay, and here it is. It's your task 1. It's a letter to your friend about your new job. So let's see. Dear Harry, I'm writing this letter to share the latest change in my life with you. As we discussed many times, I wasn't learning much from the construction company I was working with, and my salary was under the market average. Therefore, after looking for other employers, I handed my resignation letter to my boss last Wednesday. Okay. Most of it is good. The grammar is all accurate. There are no problems. Vocabulary is lovely. There's one problem, though. The problem is with your register. This is a little formal for a friendly letter. Plus, remember there are certain conventions that we have in writing letters to our friends. So one thing that you should do is you should ask your friend how he is. So, Dear Harry, how are you? Okay, that's how you should start this. Then, this felt a little formal to me, as did this linker here. Therefore. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make all of this sound a little less formal. All right, so my suggestion would be, Dear Harry, how are you? I have some changes in my life that I really wanted to tell you about. Or I really wanted to share with you the newest change in my life. Okay? And instead of therefore, so would have done the same job, but without sounding so formal. Okay? All right, so I will start being part of a new company next month. I've been told that, no comma here, while working for this employer, a whole highway upgrade will be my responsibility, from cost management to fitting with? I don't know what this means, to fitting with completion deadlines. I think you mean to, what's the word you want? Let me think. I think you want to meeting completion deadlines. This new company has revenue of $2 billion, and the project section that has been assigned to me has a budget of $200 million. The only drawback this opportunity has is that Sarah and I are moving to Coffs Harbour soon, as my new job is around there. We will be able to get a much bigger house, maybe even with a swimming pool, so you are welcome to visit us whenever you want. We are also planning to adopt either a dog or a cat. It is going to be exciting. I promise I will keep you updated. Yours sincerely, Alberto Martinez. Lovely. Let's see. See, did you explain why you resigned? Yeah, you did. You weren't learning much. Fine. Did you describe your new work? Yes, you did. You really extended that. That was nice. And did you tell your friend about other updates? Yes, you did all of that. So this is great. Really. The only problems that I saw were those 2 areas in the beginning. That you didn't have a question asking about your friend, and that this felt formal, and this was too formal. Other than that, it was really, really nicely written. Okay, Alberto, so great job. Go ahead, correct these, send them back to us, the error correction list, don't forget it, and I'll wait to see your next set tomorrow. Okay, good luck.